Voicemail, this chick crying, trying to get this guy to respond to her. They've known each other for 3 weeks. She left a 90-second voicemail about how she could fall in love with this guy. Total psycho chick.
How completely lost she was without him. And then she mentioned, and I've noticed you found a new perfect woman. So, like, he's already dating someone else.
Well, dating isn't even the right verb. We know exactly what he's doing. It's just he's living his life, and she's just...
He's shown interest in another woman, and she knows it, but still,
All right. Best stories of how you had to deal with a psycho. 702-791-1075. Let's get to Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hey, I got a good one for you. So I met 2 girls on Match.com.
That works?
Yeah, believe it or not, it works.
Oh, my God. All right.
It does. So I got to know one of them, but honestly, I wanted to date the other one. Come to find out, they're really good friends, which is kind of story in itself. But the one that I was seeing for a while, we fall in love, of course, and we decide to get married. Well, she invites the other one. And so we go
to your wedding?
To the wedding, yeah, because they're friends. They're friends, So I was kind of weird about it, but okay, that's fine. And so we go to a destination wedding way up in Sundance, Utah, in this giant palatial house. There's 50 people that come to the house. It's a 3-day deal, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, the entire wedding party's 50 people?
Yeah, well, the whole guests and everybody, and stuff like that. 50 people at a destination
God! So this
wedding.
is super intimate. All right, go on.
You got it. And so we're up there in the mountains. We're not going anywhere. The meet and greet before the wedding day, she starts confessing how she had me first and all this sort of stuff. And so it starts getting kind of creepy.
Right.
So then the wedding day comes along. We get married. Fortunately enough, she kind of keeps it on the down low a little bit. But then we had this really, really special, very intimate, like sunset hike that we did with everybody. She ends up falling down, hurting herself, which is all fake. She gets all this major attention where everybody completely freaks out, and they're all trying to coddle her and all this sort of stuff. There's this helicopter rescue that might occur. And all
God!
I mean, it gets crazy. And then here's the best part. And then that night after the wedding, one of the rooms is filled with all of the extra guests. It's mostly single people and kids and so on and so forth in these bunk beds, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And she crawls in bed with the photographer, and in the middle of a room full of people, she's banging the photographer so much that everybody in the entire room has got a split. They slowly but surely work their way very quietly out of the room.
God.
This chick is awesome.
She's banging the photographer.
So did the photographer include those photos in your wedding album?
No charge. Just, no charge. It's all you.
I do got to ask.
I told him that was a tip.
That's probably saved you hundreds of dollars, so you almost got to thank
exactly.
him. I do got to ask, though, so you said you were kind of talking to both of them at the same time right at the beginning there. Did you hook up with the psycho one at any point?
I did not, but she was genuinely, she was the first. We were talking, we were chit-chatting. We didn't actually meet, but, we back and forth for about a week or so. And
so you guys never really did anything with her? You didn't sleep with her or anything?
Not at all. Now,
so they never even met. She was acting weird.
That's correct. But I did meet her. Okay, so it was about 6 months before the wedding. We went to dinner, and she came to a dinner with my fiance and myself.
All right, but you never had sex with her. I mean, so
not at all.
All right. Well, I mean, that she's insane. She's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's what you were asking for.
Sounds
so
like
he's
a
like,
nightmare.
I didn't even meet her until my wedding, and she was still acting like a nutcase.
Jeez. Why was she invited?
Well, because she was friends with his wife.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're still friends. Did you guys ask that?
Scott, he's still talking. Are they still friends?
No, they're not.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second, okay?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, buddy. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would have said, hey, I don't think it's a good idea she comes because we had a few things.
That's crazy level 100.
Bangs a photographer. Nikki.
Hi, it's Nikki from OBC.
Hi, Nikki.
What do you got, Nikki?
Okay. I was dating this guy once, and, we had been dating for quite a while, and I figured out he was pretty 5150. He was pretty out there. Yeah, he was crazy.
Clinically nuts.
Okay, he went to jail because he stole my purse and ran off with it, and they caught him, and he went to jail. So I start seeing this other guy, We're walking down the street. We'd been out to dinner, and we were holding hands and stuff like that, and I didn't know he was out of jail. He rounds the corner, sees us holding hands. Now, later on, swearing he was aiming for the other guy, shoots me in the back of the head, okay?
Like with a
And-
gun?
Shoot you with what?
With a gun. He shot me in the back of the head with a 22. Quarter inch higher, could have been dead or brain dead. Quarter inch lower, had been paralyzed for life. He hit me right at the right spot where
Oh my
just had to remove
gosh.
the bullet. Okay. Now, that's not the funny part of the story, of course. Okay. So he runs off, because we all knew each other. We were in a little group, a little clique, and we all knew each other. And, he told the guy I was holding hands with, he says, I've been in love with her forever. He says, I got to make sure she's okay. So I'm leaving. And anyway, so I'm in the hospital and I wake up and I see him laying there, or sitting there while I'm laying on the bed. And I'm
Wait,
like,
the guy who shot you?
yeah, the guy who shot me. And I'm like, where am I? And he says, oh my God, you're in the hospital. He said, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, what happened? And he said, are you okay? And then it came back to me. I said, oh my God, you shot me. And he said, just don't say that again because
Why did
Because it makes me look bad.
I might go to prison.
yeah.
What?
So
I don't want
anyway,
people getting the wrong idea of me.
I was like, oh my God, you shot me, And he said, Mickey, I'll go to jail right now. Whatever you need. He
I'd be
said,
like,
I just had to
okay,
make
go.
sure.
Yeah,
Look it
what-
up, turn
Listen.
yourself in.
Why? What about the guy you were with? Why didn't the guy?
No, listen. You got to hear the rest of the story.
All
This
right,
is the
quickly,
funny
go
part.
ahead, go
This
ahead.
is the funny part. Okay, so he says, I'll go to jail right now, whatever you want. I just had to make sure you're okay. And I said, you know what? I said, if you'll just get away from me, leave me the hell alone, then I will never call the cops. They, was shot in the back of the head. It's not like I could actually identify you if I didn't want to, So he puts the phone in my lap. He says, go ahead and call him.
So what'd you do?
Huh? Well, I did call the cops, but he left, of course. They caught him like about a year later. As far as I know, he's serving time right now.
I hope so.
A year later, I don't want
Yeah.
some dude shooting
that
people in the
crazy?
back of the head on the side of a street in public.
Isn't that crazy? And the guy who I was holding hands with, I guess it was a bad choice too. I mean, I have a good relationship now, but I've had some pretty bad ones.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Thank you for the call, Nikki. Why doesn't that guy just call the cops and say, I'm with a woman who just got shot?
Yeah.
Talk
mean-
about glass half full with Nikki. She's over there laughing her
ass
off. She's
off.
like, hey, guys, I got shot. It was hilarious.
You know what I bet happened? I bet you the bullet hit a part of the brain that makes her giggly. I bet you this is a very sad story.
Oh,
for her.
like
Yeah.
the funny bone in your brain?
Right.
She's actually
Exactly.
crying
Right,
right now.
right. Heard about that before.
Crying inside.
Jeez.
It's the giggly orbita.
I give her credit, though. She's like, check this story, guys. Quarter inch higher, brain dead. Quarter inch lower, paralyzed. Man, good job, Nikki.